Hey, everybody. I hope that all of my father listeners had a very happy Father's Day this last weekend. It's so good to be a father. Lots more troublesome when they become teenagers, though, but I hope many of you don't have to go through that and you have a very calm parent experience. This is your psychic Christine Wallace. And I think you know who I am by now. And I am here to offer lots of life advice and guidance and share some wisdom with all of you. I also hope that you listen to some of my previous episodes where I'm talking about some upcoming events that I'm working on. I'm also working on some ebooks as well as courses, and please take advantage of all of that. My goal is to have all of these resources to help you through your life's journey. Now, with that being said, many of us are very much in our own heads a lot. And because of that, our spiritual selves, which is like so important, our spiritual selves get neglected. And when we're not really thinking about what we believe in or practicing what it is that we believe in, it's like that spiritual energy kind of just shrivels up uh, and becomes a little like null or void. And when that happens, it's really hard to recapture our spiritualism. Now, many of us listening in today might be very spiritual. I'm sure you're probably spiritual if you're listening to this, but that's not going to be enough. You're going to have to practice what it is that you believe in. And if you're having confusion about what it is that you believe, you don't have to necessarily be a part of a religion, but that's not bad to be a part of a religion, of course. If that's your thing, wonderful. If it's not your thing, then it's okay to be spiritual and just be believing in a higher power. And that doesn't mean that people that are atheist or whatever are bad people or anything like that, but I am a believer that we are made up of mind, body, and spirit, and we want to keep that good stuff aligned for ourselves. So, one of the ways to help strengthen our spirituality is our environment. Having everything in its place, decluttering is like so important for our spiritual well-being. Lots of clutter and keeping lots of stuff that we don't need can sometimes bring about a heaviness on our energy. And some of us obviously feel like attached to our stuff, but as long as it's not becoming, overwhelming, and if you have space for it, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm talking about here today is everything in its place, decluttering, dusting, and just general organizing. It lightens the thick, toxic energy that we wish to get rid of. And having lots of color in our environment, bright colors are also very helpful. Colors do have an impact on our spiritual energy. So we want to lean toward the light and the bright, especially if we are battling with any kind of negative energies. Flowers, plants, pets all bring life into our environment. And obviously, our pets have good energy. Flowers and plants, believe it or not, bring in a lot of good energy. And all of these are like tools to help, generate positive energy. Having crystals in the home, burning a candle every day in the home, having like a little sacred space for you to meditate, like a little altar, or I always think it's wonderful for us to have an altar set up where we pray, where we meditate, if we're lucky enough to have like a special room that we can just put all of our spiritual stuff there. That's awesome. If you don't have your own little room, maybe there's like a corner somewhere. It can even be outdoors if need be, like in your backyard or in your garden. A garden is actually a good place to meditate and practice your spiritualism because you are connected to the earth, and obviously there is a lot of life around you. The sun, the moon, the stars, the earth beneath you is always good to help your root chakra. So also, I'm sure you've heard of smudging. We love to use sage. Sage is wonderful for clearing away toxic energy, but so is lavender and rosemary as well. And oh, one more thing, oregano. Oregano leaves are good for that too. Incense, aromatherapy helps a ton. So if you can, get into your house, straighten out your environment, have some candles, have some aromatherapy, have an altar, have a place where you meditate, this is going to this is like very transformative, you know. We don't necessarily know all the time like what comes first, the chicken or the egg. Do we have to change our mind, and us changing our mind changes the energy around us, or does the energy around us have an impact? Well, I believe it's like a tennis ball. It does go back and forth. I could be in a good state of mind, but if I'm surrounded by a lot of toxicity, like toxic people, or my house isn't organized, and if I'm not leaning into my spiritualism, yes, that can absolutely bring me down. And when I'm positive, when I'm in a positive state of mind and everything is going well, guess what? We automatically want to shift and change our environment to match our mood. I'm hoping that is making sense. So, maybe a lot of you are also expecting my Sunday 5 p.m. Pacific time radio show, the live radio show, where I want you guys to listen in and be able to answer some of your questions. The reason that I haven't done that yet is because I'm wanting to have at least 25 members there, followers, before I start the show. So, with that being said, it would be good if you guys can go ahead and share this podcast with anyone you think this would be helpful to. And I have many, 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 many people that I have worked for that have taken such an awesome shift in their lives with my guidance and life coaching and spiritual work and cleansing them and telling them about past lives or deeper past in this life, wherever I see the problems lie. And once we're able to get rid of them, then, the rest is simple. Everyone is feeling much better and at peace. and lifting that heavy energy off of their shoulders, whether it's, negative intrusive thoughts, feelings of hopelessness about the future. I'm sure that a lot of you guys know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. And if this is something that you're experiencing or going through, do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can find me on trustedpsychicadvisor.com, or you can just give me a call. I do phone consultations as well. 855-70-TAROT. That's 855-70-TAROT. And I look forward to serving you. And please go back to my recent post to find out about my upcoming in-person events and my online services as well. So I'm working, trying to figure out like what's best for an ebook, what's best for a webinar, and sometimes I'm thinking of doing both. So right now I'm putting it all together. So yeah, we are a work in progress. There really is never a time where I see myself as being finished with all of the stuff that I want to put together for you guys, because what I'm looking to create here in Newark, California, because I do have a location. Now, Newark, California is in the Bay Area, like about 30 or 40 miles outside of San Francisco, and I'm close to San Jose, Fremont, Hayward. So I'm in that area. And I also have another location in Philadelphia where I plan to be this coming fall. So whether you're here or there, make sure that you are seeing me before I go from one place to another. So I look forward to seeing everybody on the East Coast, but if you are listening right now and you're on the West Coast, you definitely want to see me during the month of August. So I do look forward to serving you, but even if I'm not in the physical location, Zoom readings, phone, FaceTime, of course, all of that is available. So don't hesitate to contact me. Have a look at my website. Check out all the products and services. By the way, I do have the shopping page on my website where you can actually purchase a lot of stuff for your home as a part of clearing things out, making things right. So make sure that you click the links that I post here in this podcast so you can check out all the stuff that I'm recommending you should get to set up your space. That's if you need it. But having all the goodies around you is definitely helpful and also protects your home and your environment from negative energy, especially if toxic people are coming in and out. It's even good for your business or your office. So keep that in mind. Namaste, everybody. I want to wish you all the very best of luck. Sending all of my listeners lots of love, lots of light, and be sure to subscribe to this podcast so that way, whenever I'm posting something that you're interested in, you will be able to get notified. Thank you again.